Quick, like and subscribe to always have zero ping and good loot in Fortnite.
It's a FaZe Sway with a 13 elimination victory royale.
FaZe Sway sitting on top of day 2 of the NAE standings.
Hey, Fortnite Moments fans! Want more V-Buck giveaways? Make sure to use code BEAST in the item shop. And we'll continue to give out redemption codes just like this. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on post notifications so you don't miss out.
Lurking about, not really doing much. Here's Sway though. Sway just outside of Lazy Lakes. Sway is landing at the kind of rainbow, the rainbow houses on the coastal beach just outside of Slurpee. Normally, that's an area that is definitely contested. So for the 2 eliminations that he has so far, I mean, we know he caught one over at the swamps where he likes to rotate into, but wouldn't be surprised if he's catching some early game engagements right at his POI as well. You can see he plays for the floppers. That's why it's in his inventory right now. One thing Sway kind of shines in is obviously creative free building and you know, PvP aspect, but he lacks that end game sense. Can he really kind of gather it all together and prove that he can make it through? If he can just kind of tidy up that one little knot right there, he might be someone to be afraid of. Someone like a Clix.
Absolutely. I mean, Sway has been seeking counsel from other pros as well as he's trying to make his name for himself in the competitive scene. I mean, usually the creative warriors out there, they kind of have unlimited material, so we know the mechanics are there. We know everything else is there. Let's just see. I mean, not only in-game, but just the discipline, right, of knowing when to engage in someone. We kind of see that Sway is an aggressor well, but he uses that discipline that he is learning over time. I mean, day 1, getting himself 89 points. That's a lot to go into, and he's already in about 183rd place after day 1. So here he goes, Sway going in, a crowd favorite, I would like to say. I mean, I see him all the time on my Insta, and you can see a lot of jumps, edits, and there you go. Just like clockwork, getting to K right then and there, jumping right into the box using that pickaxe jump technique. So that's what I like about Sway. There's so many things that a lot of people are learning from, and then Sway could just put it all together. You're expecting a phenomenal run in the rest of this FNCS Invitational.
Honestly, that's the aggressive player special right there, the ramp, the jump in. And then when you combine that with the movement that you can kind of access on using a controller input, it just looks so fluid, so flawless. Here's Scope. We saw him do the same exact thing yesterday. He sets up what would be a trap, maybe a big pot or something down in front, and see if he can catch a cheeky elim. This time around, it's not going to convert into anything special, so he's going to use this geyser here to kind of rotate on out. This is kind of risky as there is a player up in the base here. He's baiting out with a heavy sniper, trying to see if he can hit the shot. We've seen him do this before as well. This could just be deja vu from yesterday. He ends up making the same play, but no. He wants to get to the zone. He wants to worry about material here. The thing about the grotto kind of sitting there for so long, he's now on the back foot. This is what I noticed from reviewing his gameplay as well, is he ends up in this situation so often, really depending on a mid-game frag to kind of catch them all up. That's what he's setting up right now. This is, would otherwise be a very risky push, but the heavy sniper, look, he gave away the ace card right there, and now he's in the box with the opponent. He's pushing for it, Sancho.
Yeah, man, that is one of those opportunities. One of the techniques you see as well is you hold on, as I like you call it, the ace up the sleeve. You hold on to that one last moment, because now the other player knows, okay, Scope has a heavy, so I got to prepare for that as well and make my adjustments in my defensive play. And not only you could do that, as you can see right there, Scope is trying to put that ramp on his backside so he could just kind of hop right into the box. And we saw that a little bit earlier with FaZe Sway. Scope right now with 13 points right now, heading into, this is his possible 4th elim there. 47, bang! Kodal goes down, as we did see Kodal do a little decently in the grotto, and I feared that if you go to the grotto, you would eventually run into Scope, and Scope finally getting it done.
It's a great cone by Scope right there to shut that fight down. It did last a lot longer than what he probably would have liked, though. That opponent burning through majority of their heavy mats. You see it's mainly brick and metal there, so he's not going to be able to reap the rewards of the material cost. But regardless of what, I mean, he just finished basically shy of top 100 yesterday. So if he can continue to keep this up, he is making his way through as a top 300 solo individual player. I know he may not be the best. He's someone who's highly regarded as an exciting player to watch right now, but he has a lot to prove. Who knows if he can hold that temperament and really gather his resource costs or kind of catch his impacts in the mid game the way he so heavily depends on. He is going to be a scary player.
It's almost as if, you know, when you rely on the three-point shot in the NBA. Sure, you get a lot of high-scoring games, you get a lot of excitement, but that play style could catch you. No doubt, Scope is still a very dangerous player. We all know the caliber of what he can do, but a lot of things can happen and go wrong here as we're flying right over to the rest of the match. We see Dow Boys, Robbed, and Pants here, kind of setting up on the north side of this storm circle. But yeah, man, you said so yourself. Scope, still very excited, very highly popular player, rooted for. I no doubt he could do it. Is all he got to do is just try to get the mid game and then see what the rest can unfold for him. As we're right here with Berserk playing the fish game. He has about 6 floppers or so in his inventory. Altogether, the fish would be 6. And then, of course, this is interesting. I mean, Baller mentioned it in the previous broadcast, Monster, that you could go heavy on the floppers and allow you to do those late high ground retakes. And Berserk finishing 105th place in day 1 with about 108 points. So this strategy is actually working out for him.
Yeah, he's doing pretty good so far. I mean, he's staying true and staying consistent here. He's trying to make this big push right now. Talk about an early rotate so you can get some prime real estate right now. It might just pay off. It looks like he feels like he's expended a lot of material. He might be looking for a fight, which is kind of interesting. This is such a scary place to fight in. Just look at the map. Look at the arrows. There's so many players that can throw their 2 cents into the mix here. Can he even grab any of this loot is going to be the real answer. As we know... Oh, there it is. He gets punished for the open wall, and that's going to be the sound cues to the rest of the lobby. But hey, he's a fish player. He should be okay. The shots come in now. It's Storm Surge time.
Storm Surge, of course, if it kind of punishes passive play, so you want to be mindful of that. I've been on the tail end receiving of that in one of the skirmishes, and
definitely is something that is a little sketchy, as I think Sancho dropped out there, but regardless of what, I'll finish it. It's not a good feeling being on the tail end of the Storm Surge as we jump in with Danny here. Danny looks like he is kind of taking a fight right now. Here he is, moving back and forth. Gonna see what he can do to find the fight. Just biding his time right now. He's biding his time. Can he make the edit right now? And this is the important part of mid-game. It's not really wasting this opportunity. There's no reason to fight right now because of the fact that the next half in, half out is going to be the determining factor now as the shots are coming in here. It's a little box battle. It's such a risky fight, but okay, it's going to pull. It's going to pull West.
Speaking of West, Sancho West is back in the building. Right now, Danny with 1 E points going towards it. Let's see if Danny could get another one to get that feel-good vibes that you desperately need when you're going into the second day of competition. But the vibes of a rocket launcher, gotta be careful right now. Really close to another placement point in the 50s, and then after that, it's every 40th, 30th, 20th, and then from 15 down, especially 10 down, you get some maxing as Magnolia is sitting right above him, and Danny gets some nice elim right there, and we see an aspect right now. FaZe Sway still in this monster phase. Represented today here in day 2.
Hey Fortnite Moments fans, do you want to win a free and exclusive Rogue Spider Night skin? If so, make sure you complete these 3 easy steps to own this rare skin yourself. First, simply leave a like on the video. Then, make sure you're subscribed to Fortnite Moments with post notifications turned on. And lastly, comment your epic ID and a reason why you should win this exclusive skin. The prize winners will be announced soon, so make sure to enter while you still can. Enjoy the rest of the video.
He's doing very well, controlling his temperament. We saw him exercise a couple disengages. I mean, you can see from the elim count in its own, he's not afraid to fight. He'll take a couple where he can. He'll perform too. He's one of the more aggressive players. He's got that ace jump in your box play. Like I said, it's the aggressive tendency, that jump in the box ramp boost. It's all these players really like to do. Because right now the RPG is going to crack open a build, and this is the perfect time to do it, right? It's when the builds are nice and weak, they're nice and fresh. He notices that as an opportunity to jump, pickaxe, swing in, and now he's into another box. Can he connect? And he is going to connect. Very risky though. because now he grabs the attention of the rest of the server. Someone's going to throw some C4. Remember, you can only have one C4. Lucky for him, his Catacombs build is still very much in play here. He will be able to bounce back. Let's see if he decides to go back for the loot, though. There's so much there laying around.
Sway still in play right now, doing really well. The mechanics and the style are all coming together. Let's see if it could be that perfect marriage for him as he's going to continue on in this server. As we're flying over and on board here with Dragon. Has a great kit right now. Has one of the miniguns, no doubt, earned from the grotto. Has a harpoon, so it will be interesting to see. Or as my friend Larry Fishberger says, harpoon gonna come into play. So Dragon doing what he does best. He does have a decent amount of builds. So let's see what happened, what he can do. Today catches someone. That's the kind of danger right there, man. When you're not sitting on even anything, your floor, your wall, the ceiling, doesn't matter. You could get edited down, right brought to the layer, and Dragon with that very cool play right there, Monster.
Definitely was a good one. And here's Sway. He's off to the races, learning from his past mistakes, his previous mistakes, rotating with the outer edge of the zone. Very nicely done. Could be utilizing a bit of a safer build, though. If he wanted to, he could be doing some 2 ramps. Let's see. He's going to need an impact elimination. He only has 130 mats. He's going for it right now in the back half of the storm. This must be such a red flag for the opponent on defense. Oh, you know he's not happy at all. Not to fall to the likes of Sway. Not right here, not right now. Clamps gets taken out, and Sway still is on a rampage here. 5 eliminations now. Placement still, the good placement points still haven't really been given out either. He's got a long way to go right now, but he's still fighting in the mid game, or fighting in the end game chaos, I should say.
It's going to be a really nice opportunity to see what Sway can do in game. He has the prowess, and he's getting the hits, and he's going to looking for more elims. I mean, he's kind of riding the storm line right now. I think he may drop down to the low ground, as you can see that he's kind of heading his way to the front line, catches someone right in his grill, and gets him out of the lobby. Now it is Sway in full sway. He's vibing right now. Does get hit in the back, but not kind of worried about that. Turns around and blocks, and he has to switches up the layer a little bit to get that moment to breathe here, Monster. But Sway's putting on one of those performances to let everybody know that he is a serious contender and the rest of this Fortnite Invitational.
I'm looking at the feed. I saw Unknown go down. I saw Hogman go down. Dijin go down. So many players are falling now. Punisher just falls right there in the feed. So these are players that are making it towards the end game. Not even before top 10 though. Sway doubles back into the zone to go for 2. He catches the special right there. And those guys get taken out. Can he get another? This is 8 eliminations already. And he finds another one. That's going to be his 9th now. And he is racking up the points here.
It is ringing up really high, and he has the grappler. It is Sway's world right now, and he's going to go into what he does best, and that's rebuild his way to height in Monster. He has the opportunity to get a royale. 102, has to be careful right here. Picks up the siphon on the backside of the storm line. Sway, grappler in hand. Someone tries to get away with the short pad and goes all the way, but Sway with the grappler, with the play. Can he finish his 66 points? Monster, it is a top 3 situation.
And this is right where he likes to be, somewhere near that high ground. As you know, he is a creative warrior. With the grapplers, he decides to go back down because he can just go right back up, and he pushes them into the zone with a phenomenal finish. It's the Uzi who falls to FaZe Sway with a 13 elimination victory royale.
Woo! Oh my goodness. Zeke!
It happened. He's done.
Zeke!
Sway is my hero.
FaZe Sway sitting on top of day 2 of the NAE standings.
How does he play it? You said low grounds. I think that's going to be key. Stay up and away. A nice impact onto Zizzle immediately. And there's a mythic weapon in the mix. I don't quite see it. I think it's on the left there. It is the drum gun. Illis down below almost ended up getting beamed. He's going to be able to pick that up. Realizes that it's there. Switches his SMG off. And now Illis has a lot more opportunities to do what he's been doing. Playing aggressive. And this is going to be massive for him. He did play very, very well yesterday. 22nd, and there it is, the first box dive. We saw this in game 1, how this story plays out. It's Eclipse who goes down and gains Illis some fish to play with even more.
That's 4 total, which means if he does start to fall back, being at low ground, those fish are going to be so important especially near their natural habitat of the water. It's completely aquatic at low ground right now. Illis takes a little bit of a dip and dive, but pulls himself straight back up now at ultimate low with that beam of a drum gun combined with a pump as well. Close range is somewhere you don't want to be, box to box with this man who has absolute momentum. He's still going, pushing right now for the backside of the zone. People are up top, but at the same time can't stop this man from getting into position. And now he's there. The beam starts to go through, dropping people from different points of height to his lair where he eats people up. It's Manny that gets beam. Eclipse is there too on the backside of his box. Illis doesn't even need to see the person. He goes straight ahead to the next, claims another soul as the zone is so much harder for the people down at low. It's still effortless for Illis, who starts to move, has a grappler now and a gold tack. It only gets better for him. The daylight shines so good, and he's there to just drown out anyone on any side of the competition. Edits all the way around, doesn't have a save right now, but staying low-key at this moment might be the right decision. He doesn't want to give away exactly how much pressure, how much damage he has. Is looking for the next, gets another refresh. 900, almost 1,000 total mats on his body. Finally, the grappler comes into play. He's tired of staying low. He wants to push up all the way over to height. Now in zone, those floppers come straight into play. Here it is, the jump up. The first grapple followed by the second, a possible fall down, but the water's there to stop him. A waterfall comes in. He has more mats than anyone else left on this server. The drum gun's still there in tow. Might not be able to say too much at a range, but still provides pressure, especially onto wood builds. Still 3 floppers left. This man is online for the rest of this game. Still finding ways in. He's trying for things. It's going to be this next drum gun beam. There it is. It's Animal all the way on height who gets taken out. 3 people left alive. Still completely aquatic, and Illis is swimming with the big fishes. 11 total eliminations. Looking so good. A celebratory dance that he deserves. He operated on every single level of height there in the hardest possible zone with the longest rotation. Zeke, I've never seen a person play that so personally.